everyone. The race is on with Gran Turismo, a new biopic about gamer and sim driver Jan Mardenborough, played by Archie Madekwe, who is chosen to attend the G2 Academy, which is a special partnership between Nissan and Sony's Gran Turismo gaming platform, which took the top gamers or simulation drivers in the world and trained them to drive actual race cars. Jan's real life story is fascinating. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the movie. I would love to hear your thoughts. All right, so are you a racing fan or a gamer? I'm more of a racing fan than a gamer, but I do love a good car movie. Gran Turismo does a really nice job of merging these two things together while taking a few liberties with Jan's story. Still, it essentially stays true to the essence of his early racing experience while spinning up a few new plot twists to help ground the story and to build some tension. The first half of the film focuses on Jan as a gamer whose parents are a bit frustrated with his lack of ambition or anything other than Gran Turismo. It's a good setup for how he is pulled into the GT Academy. And in this film, the Academy is the brainchild of Danny Moore, a motorsport executive played by Orlando Bloom, and trained by the very cranky ex-race car driver Jack Salter, played by David Harbour. These three actors work really well together on screen, but honestly, I think David Harbour steals the show with his gritty personality that is equal parts gruff and charm, up to the point when Jan crashes during a professional race, which is about the halfway point in the film. It really feels like a movie about a gamer trying to be a race car driver. The crash is where the story takes a turn. It's a great plot point because you really get the sense of Jan's character's growth in the scenes around the crash. And from that point forward, it becomes the story of a rookie driver trying to become a professional racer. That's really the pivot point. It's the turning point of when he starts, I don't know if it's fair to say he starts taking it more seriously, but it's the point in the movie where he really does kind of knuckle down in a different way to really embrace the responsibility that he has with this high-powered vehicle. And I really appreciated the two sides of the film because it treats what could have been a fluffy gamer story as a serious racing film about a young man with a vision of himself that nobody else could see. And when his opportunity came around, he seized it and he grabbed it with both hands and held on tight. Gran Turismo really does a great job of developing Jan, Danny, and Jack as interesting, sympathetic characters who are fun to watch on screen. I also really appreciated that the story featured the care and attention that game designer and race car driver Kazunori Tamauchi put into the development of Gran Turismo. I especially liked how they used a version of augmented reality to kind of overlay the car design around the game system when it was on screen so that you could more easily imagine how the simulator works. They also did overlays of the game setup on the actual race car to give the audience a sense of Jan adapting from sim car to race car. But the thing I really loved was the use of overlays to represent the driving strategy that Jan used when moving through the field of cars and how he applied his gaming skills to the live racetrack. They really they really brought that to life in a very visual and understandable way, which I think was a real win for the film. And since we're talking about tech, I saw the film in a theater with Dolby Atmos, which created a lifelike three-dimensional sound that absolutely heightened the viewing experience. So as you hear the race car or I should say, as you see the race car going around the track, you hear it going around the track too. It was very cool. You could feel the film to a degree. And when I get that kind of sensory input from a film, it really makes it that much more enjoyable. I also want to give a shout out to the director, Neill Blomkamp, for taking a more serious tone with Gran Turismo. Given the gamer and sim driver elements of the story, it would have been really easy to turn the film into a silly, macho gamer racer movie. This would have been entertaining. I mean, it still would have been fine, but it would have been kind of in the same vein as movies like Stoker Ace or Talladega Nights that were entertaining, but were kind of silly at the same time. Meanwhile, Gran Turismo took itself a little more seriously, and because of that, it became a more thoughtful and fun film that told a first ever type of story that was as meaningful as it was impactful. For me, Gran Turismo is in the same class of racing films as Heart Like a Wheel, starring Bonnie Bedelia as Shirley Ann Muldowney. She was the first female drag race champion. And when I was a kid, honestly, we had that on video, and I must have watched that film 100 times. I think I might have worn the thing out. The film also is in the same category as Greased Lightning, which starred Richard Pryor as Wendell Scott, the first Black driver to compete and win in the elite level of NASCAR racing. Now we have Gran Turismo, the story of the most successful sim racer turned pro racer with Jan Mardenborough. Gran Turismo is a solid and entertaining film that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. It's not just a gamer film, nor is it just a racing film. This is a coming of age story about a young man with a really big dream and how he turned that random opportunity into an amazing career. I also think the film did a great job of normalizing gamer culture. It's such a different culture from previous generations, and this film was a valuable look into the family dynamic between two really different visions of the world and some of the issues that family members are grappling with as they work to understand each other. So now it's your turn. Let me know what you thought of the film and this review. If you like the review, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.